What if your gut health isn't just about probiotics or cutting out gluten or taking another supplement? What if the real shift starts with what you put on your plate every single day? Because if you're dealing with bloating, brain fog, inflammation, fatigue, cravings, or autoimmune flares, your gut may not need another quick fix. It may need the right daily signals from food. Today, I'm showing you the 5 foods you need to eat to support your gut health. Hi, I'm Julie. I've been a registered nurse for over 30 years, and I've also lived with autoimmune issues myself. So I know what it feels like when your gut is off, your energy is low, your brain feels foggy, and you're told that everything looks normal. In this video, I'm breaking down the foods I personally keep coming back to because they support digestion, inflammation, blood sugar, and the gut lining. And the first one may surprise you because it's one of the simplest foods I use consistently. One quick thing first. I am a nurse, not your doctor, and everything that I share comes from my own 25 years living with autoimmune disease. This video is education, not medical advice, so please talk to your own provider before changing anything. Food number one, bone broth, the real thing. Simmered for 24 to 48 hours, not a scoop of collagen powder in your coffee. Those aren't the same, and the difference really matters. Simmering bones low and slow pulls out gelatin, glycine, and an amino acid called glutamine. Glutamine is the preferred fuel for the cells that line your gut wall. For a lot of us with autoimmune issues, that lining gets leaky and irritated, and the leakiness is one of the quiet drivers behind flares, new food reactions, and that puffy feeling. Broth gives those cells something to rebuild with. When my Hashimoto's was at its worst and everything seemed to set me off, a warm mug of broth never did. I drink a cup every morning before anything else, and I make a big batch and I freeze it in jars so I always have enough. Food number two, this one surprises people, green plantains. But the trick isn't just eating them, it's cooking them and then cooling them. Stay with me because nobody tells you this part. When you cook a starchy food like plantain and then chill it, the starch changes into something called resistant starch. Your body can't break it down in your stomach, so it travels all the way to your colon where your good bacteria feast on it. And when they do, they make a compound called butyrate. And butyrate is like a balm for inflamed gut linings. For an autoimmune gut, that is gold. I slice green plantains, then pan fry them in a little coconut oil, and then keep a batch in the fridge and eat them cool throughout the week. Don't blast them with heat to reheat, or you lose some of that resistant starch. And keep number 5 in mind because it's the one that surprised me the most. And it's exactly the one most women skip. Now, real quick, a lot of you are about to tell me you don't have time for this. You're going to tell me, Julie, I work full time. I take care of everybody else. I don't have the hours to simmer broth and pan fry plantains. I hear you. On my craziest weeks, the only way I stay on track is with Urban AIP. It's a meal service that's fully autoimmune protocol compliant. So the food is already done for you, already clean, no label reading. It's what I truly lean on when my life gets really crazy. The link is in the description below if you'd like more information on that. Okay, let's get back to the food. Food number 3, fermented vegetables. Real sauerkraut, the kind in the refrigerated section that's still alive, or a jar that you ferment yourself. Not the shelf-stable vinegar kind. That one's been cooked and the live cultures are gone. A forkful of living kraut sends a whole spread of bacterial strains straight into your gut, way more variety than the probiotic pills. And that variety is the whole game. A diverse microbiome is a calmer and more resilient one. Here's where I want to slow down because this part really matters. Your gut and your stress are wired together. When you're running on empty, cortisol up and it's never coming down, your gut feels every bit of it. No amount of sauerkraut fixes a nervous system that never gets rest. So, as you add these foods in, give yourself permission to slow down too. Start with a forkful a day and then work up. And if you're wondering whether your gut is even part of your picture, I made you something. It's my GI inflammation guide, and it walks you through exactly how to spot whether your gut is a hidden driver behind your symptoms, the signs most people miss, and it's free. The link is in the description below. Now, this next food is one most of you are under eating. Food number 4 is wild caught salmon and oily fish in general, like sardines and mackerel. These are packed with omega-3 fats, the kind that actively dial down inflammation. And inflammation is the engine running underneath almost every autoimmune condition. Most of us are swimming in the other kind of fat, the inflammatory kind from processed oils, and starving for these omega 3s. Wild caught matters. The fat profile beats farmed, and I aim for fatty fish 2 or 3 times a week. And if fresh salmon feels fussy, a couple cans of wild sardines or salmon are cheap. They keep forever, and they're one of the easiest AIP lunches there is. Mash them with olive oil and lemon, eat them over greens, and you're done. Okay, this brings me to the one that I've been teasing about. And I mean it when I say that this might be the one you've been skipping completely. Food number 5, beef liver. I know, I can hear the groans already, but stay with me because this did more for my energy. Liver is the most nutrient dense food on the planet. Nothing else comes close. B12, real absorbable iron, folate, vitamin A, copper, all the nutrients depleted autoimmune bodies are usually running low on. When my chronic fatigue had me napping in my car on lunch breaks, adding liver back into my diet was one of the few changes I could actually feel. Not overnight, but within a few weeks, that floor of exhaustion lifted. And I want to be clear, you don't have to choke down liver and onions. I've tried a 70-30 mix of organ meats with ground beef, which is okay. But if you just can't stomach it, you can take a good desiccated liver capsule if the texture's a deal breaker for you. I'll put the one that I trust and use in the description below. Start small with liver once or twice a week. And before you go, I want to hear from you first. Which of these 5 foods are you trying first? The bone broth, plantains, the sauerkraut, fish, or are you brave enough for the liver? Tell me in the comments below. I really truly read them all. And if this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe. And please share it with a woman you know who's quietly struggling with this because she needs to hear it. Remember, your body isn't broken, it's burdened. And when you understand those burdens, you can finally begin supporting your body in the way it's needed all along. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And please take care of yourself because you deserve to feel better. And remember, we're all in this together. I'll see you in the next one.